This coming fall autumn season, I really want a maxi dress, but there's one problem. I can never find them long enough. They're always this like weird cropped length and it's just like doesn't work for me. So I just decided I'm just gonna make one myself because we can. So I'm actually already wearing a dress that I made a few weeks ago, and yes, I did make a video. If you want to watch it, I'll put it up in the cards here. But this is what it looks like. It's like this cute little bubble dress. I already made it fit me perfectly, but then I was thinking, I already made this dress fit me perfectly exactly how I wanted it to fit. So, may as well make things easy for myself and just keep the top and the bodice, but lengthen it, get rid of the bubble, lengthen the bodice into a maxi dress. In last week's video, I shared my wish list and one of the things was the maxi dress. So this is the first item on the wish list I am making, but I mentioned that I had the perfect fabric. And if you watched it, maybe you're wondering for a week what it was, but it's this. It's this upholstery fabric that I thrifted a while ago. I've been holding on to it, just waiting for the right project, and I think it could be it. It's quite a stiff fabric. I mean, it's like a brocade. The whole pattern is woven in. And if you sew, you know that upholstery is quite thick and stiff. Like, there's not much of a drape to it. There is one potential problem with using this fabric. The problem in question is the length of the fabric versus the length of the dress that I want. Right now, if I hold this, I know you can't see my feet, but if I hold this like to my shoulder seam where the top of the dress would be, it's like hitting right at my ankle, which is my actual like desired length. I already made a full pattern for the dress I'm currently wearing, and this is going to be my base for this new dress. I just want the exact same shape at the top, except I want to carry the front down all the way as well as the side seam. I want just a very basic like A-line dress. For reference for the dress, like I am 5'8", 8.5 on a good day, but I guess the conversion is like 175 centimeter, just so you understand what I'm working with. But I'm just going to like measure, no, we're gonna do inches, how long my desired dress length is. So it's like 49 inches. I think I'm just gonna lengthen it to 50 inches because of hem and everything, which is like 127 centimeters. It's quite long, but that's what we're going for. It's just a starting point for now, so I know kind of what I'm working with. I cut the piece. It is now the desired length, but the shape of the A-line is, I don't know, I don't think it's what I want. Oh wow, it's like not much different, so I don't have to make it that much shorter. It's perfect. I'm actually currently rewatching Prison Break on Netflix, and I'm really into it again. It's really good. But I finished the draft. I went back and forth. I had the really big A-line, didn't like it, so I slimmed it down. Decided I wasn't sure, so I just made some quick little drawings. And the first one was my initial idea, but I just didn't love it, so then I just made the second one, which is A-line still, but a slimmer version of the A-line. I actually like cut this piece off, but then I taped it all back on. Made the muslin, and honestly I'm pretty satisfied with it, but the sides I just have to take a bit more in, like a centimeter or half an inch in. Other than that, like, it's sitting quite straight. Like, I like how it's fitting, and like I can move inside. I'm ready to cut out the pieces in the final fabric, but I'm really struggling what side to make the right side, because this is initially why I got it, but then as I was like ironing, trying to get the wrinkles out, I kind of fell in love with the other side. I don't know, like this is different than anything I have in my closet. I feel like blue screams upholstery. Maybe like I look like a couch or a chair, but this is maybe a bit different. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna cut it and this is a later problem. So something I learned when I was interning while I was in school, so this is a while ago, was instead of actually using the awl to punch out your drill holes, they use white thread to mark it, because I don't want to make a hole through all these stitches and maybe, I don't know, ruin it a bit. So you just mark it with white thread, and if you cut it, not the other side, and then you have your drill holes marked. Been a few days because I had to like really think about what side of the fabric I wanted to use, and I consulted my boyfriend and we decided that the copper side will be the side that I'm going with. And I looked at my wardrobe, I have nothing like this color, so I think it's a good option to go with this side. I didn't cut out a lining because I'm not lining this one. It's just too thick of a fabric to do that. I'm just gonna bind it. I have a bunch of this burgundy kind of binding, and I'm just gonna finish the edges like that because it's just the like neckline and the armholes that need it. Pretty simple. For the darts, I did the drill holes with the white thread, so I just cut apart on the other side, and that way I can just pull it out once the dart is done. Super handy, and it doesn't ruin any of the stitching because it is a brocade. I just sewed my first dart looking like this, and now I can take the thread out. So satisfying. Ah, love it. And I'm gonna also serge all the edges. Not white thread, but probably like a navy blue thread. Last time I did the white thread on my jacket and I shouldn't have done that. Dart complete. Now, I can get the base of the dress together today. I just don't have a zipper yet. I have to wait for the market on Friday. It is currently Wednesday. So, I'm gonna try and go as far as that. I think it's just the binding for the neckline is like the last thing I have to do after the zipper. But I can do the hem and the armhole. Two side seams, and we have a dress. Super easy, I love this. I didn't match up the pattern, obviously, because I did not have enough fabric for that, but it's pretty like lined up, at least like the rows. So that's pretty good. Now we do right sides together again. And just as I was like, oh, I'm done, forgot to do the straps. So I did the straps and I did it so wrong. This is center back, okay? I did like back strap to back strap, front strap to front strap because I got confused. Silly mistake, obviously easy fix, but I thought I would share even my silly mistakes that I should not be making, but it happens. Okay, so front to back, there we go. I have it inside out, of course, because I want to see the seams and have access to it, but it's fitting well so far, and I'm pretty happy with it. I still have my pants on underneath, so it's not like sliding around as much, but like I have space. Then I have the zipper coming, which will like kind of cinch it in more. I actually have to go to work soon, but I'm gonna quickly do the hem. It's still a raw hem, so I'm just gonna serge it and then flip it up probably like a 3/8, like 1 centimeter, then stitch, because right now it's at the perfect length, like right at my ankles, which is the ideal length, but the fabric was obviously only long enough. Okay, a couple days later, I got a zipper from the market the other day, and it was a perfect match. I just got a 30 centimeter one. Gonna pop it in here and then do the last binding. For the binding though, I actually used like this taupey kind of color. The maroon one I originally wanted to use, there wasn't enough and I didn't want two different colored bindings, so I just went with this one, and I'm like trimming off this excess thread after I do one stitch just so it's not so messy. I want to keep it as clean as possible. Just finished the binding, totally thought I was done, tried it on, and then ultimately decided I think the dress actually needs some front darts. It just needs a little bit more shaping, so I'm gonna quickly add those. I much prefer. Now to translate it to the other side. I'm happy I added the darts. I think it's gonna give some really nice shape, but this is the inside of the dress. This is what it's looking like with the front darts, the bias binding edge, as well as the back with the little hook and eye detail at the zipper here. The zipper, the back darts. But now let's see the outside of the dress, the fun part.